All right, all right, all right. We in the building. We in the building. We in the ah. First of all, how you doing? How you doing? How's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? Welcome, welcome, welcome. When y'all get into this, when y'all get into this live, be make sure y'all subscribe to the channel. Make sure y'all like this video and share it to everybody. Y'all. I know it was scheduled for 7, but chasing Atlanta had some delays. This is what we have to work with. And yes, we are battling another panel right now. Shout out to them girls. But since sorry y'all. And I'm by the way, everybody, I'm on my phone. Okay? So if you don't hear me, if I get cut out or whatever, that means I have to get back in my phone. So
If they can't hear you, hey y'all, it's me, Roll On. If they can't hear you, I'll take over. I don't have no problem stepping in for you.
please. Oh my gosh, because I'm literally on my phone. So we had to wait, an hour and something minutes. An hour, probably 2 hours, probably
An
an hour and
hour,
some change. Yeah,
an
hour
hour
some
and
change.
20 minutes to be exact.
Period. Um, and this whatever. Even though I do have to work tomorrow morning, but I was like, you know what? I'm already up. Let's get it popping 10. Now, before we get into today's episode, please like this video, please share this video, please subscribe to the channel. Follow me and Roll on all of our various platforms. Okay. All right. Let's get into the shit. Roland, how did you feel about this episode? Let's start there. How did you feel about today's episode? What's your thoughts before we get
So,
into the Pacifics? What's your thoughts?
if I have to title this episode, it's called Another Episode of Buffoonery, Bullshit, and Hypocrisy.
Mm.
Because this should be chasing Althea at this point. Because the amount of regurgitated bullshit that has come out of these people's mouths because you have no reason to be upset with her. And the reasons that you have, you know the reasons that you're upset with her, but you're not taking account into the specter of what the other person has done. You're applauding that person's behavior, and she gets to skate and skate and skate, and it's okay. But then you're
I was
badgering
just
all.
talking about the episode in its entirety,
I
and
just
I
feel
wasn't.
like, well, in terms of the episode, I just rolled my eyes.
Got you. I feel like, well, just like you, I feel like this episode should be titled "The Art of Gaslighting" because there was a lot of gaslighting in this episode. I was very irritated about the weird shit. It was a lot of weird shit going on. I was looking at a lot of people sideways, and I'm just like, okay, now I understand where people are coming from, and why there's so much outrage. Not to the point where people are going into other people's DMs and cussing them out and doing all these things. Like that's where it takes it too far. This is still a show for entertainment. It should never go that far. So I just want to make that clear right now.
But
But
let's
I'm
not.
not finished. I'm not finished. Roll on.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
But where I kind of got annoyed, and we're gonna get into it, but we're gonna slow walk this. We're gonna slow walk this shit. Okay.
Okay.
The weird shit I couldn't take. I just couldn't. It was a lot of weird shit going on, and I feel like people were projecting and just putting all of their. Yeah, I see the bullshit, and I understand why there's so many people that are feeling the way they feel and choose to express it in the chat and so on and so forth. So I get it because I just couldn't deal with it. Um, let's get into the episode. Let's get into the episode. I felt like the episode was good. I was annoyed at some points, but overall, I think the episode was good. So I feel like what we're gonna do is let's go for the lightheartedness. Let's touch on like some filler scenes or some lighthearted scenes. Okay, let's get those out the way first.
Well,
Okay.
let's start with the beginning scenes because the beginning scenes revealed a lot.
Okay, so let's okay, so let's do well not let's not do the beginning scene.
Well, I'm saying let's do the beginning scene because it sets the tone for the hypocrisy and the bullshit.
I know, and we're gonna get to that hypocrisy, but let's let us get the lighthearted shit out the way. Let's get that stuff out the way. Can we do that? And
Yeah, we
then
can do
because it's
that.
gonna be quick, it's gonna be quick.
We
It's
can do
gonna be
that.
quick, and then we're gonna get into the shenanigans of the limits, the squeezes. You feel me?
We can do that.
Okay, let's because we're gonna slow walk this shit. So, what I want to say is, what I want to say, shout out to Kendall, for being so open about your process into you know parenthood. Um, even though the last couple of minutes of the episode, we found out that your what was that? Your surrogate, the surrogate had a miscarriage. So my heart goes out to Kendall. Hopefully you're still in the process of trying to become a dad and getting the baby. So my heart is out to you. I that goes out to you. All right. Um Let me also say this. Even though the young lady kind of, threw a dart at us in her little after show. Shout out to Noelle. I did hear what you had to say, and um, I wasn't nor pressed nor bothered. I wasn't either. I wasn't bothered nor pressed about what you had to say, and I love that. But I will say this: he totally crushed um his performance. I will say that he totally crushed his performance. I loved his performance. I do have his music on Apple Music. So I definitely support him as a musician. I totally see it for him. I love the fact that he his music is he pays tribute to the old school rap rappers, the old school hip hop, and then he also modernize it, for today's music. So I love that. I love his music. I will say that. What did you think about those two scenes? What do you think about Noel's performance, and what did you think about Ken being so vulnerable about his journey into parenthood and the unfortunate news of the surrogate miscarrying? What do you have to say about that?
Well, I will say that despite the young lady throwing a dart at me a few times, nobody ever wants to lose a baby that they prayed for, that they worked so hard to get to this point for. So my
And
heart goes
spend
out.
so much money too, because this
Yeah,
money, baby.
so my heart goes out to Ken. I want to go back to something that I said to Ken in like the beginning of the Meet the Cast. This is what I was talking about when I said I would give her a chance. So when I feel like all that other, I got money, I got this, I got that, I feel like that's not the real you. This is the real you, and for that, I appreciate you.
Period.
If Now, if you can give me that, then I'm okay. But this other stuff that you do, I don't necessarily agree with it because I feel like that's a character and it's not who you are. Maybe I should have said that a little differently and we would be in a better place, but we here now. As far as Noel, I was there in real time when he was doing their performance. That performance is really, really good. And as we said, in previous chats, Noel is trying to figure out who he is, and that wasn't shade to him. It's just what we see as a viewer. Now, if you
Mhm.
took that in the wrong way, I am truly sorry. But I feel like you are talented, and I know that what you do is what you're passionate about, but I just feel like me as a person getting to know you and watching you on this platform, this is what I see. This does not mean this is a reality. This is just my opinion. And
Mhm.
sorry, my
And,
opinion.
and it's so crazy how the girls tend to not hear all the good that we say, but just tends to focus on the bad things. But that's neither here nor there. Let's get into some real nitty gritty. Shout out to those two for sharing their stories and having great performances. So shout out to them. Um, let's get into some nitty gritty shit. Kendall and Carl, what did you take away from their sit down?
Now, I know this sounds contradictory, even though I just gave Ken his 10, but I'm gonna say this. It proved everything that I've been saying from day one. You don't like Tramel, and you admitted in the scene that you and Carl are just alike.
Hmm.
We have said this several times on
Several
several
times.
reviews. And the fact that you admitted it on this episode, you owe us an apology.
Hmm.
Because it's not we're saying this and we're picking this out of our ass. You admitted this.
And it's like, what is like? You said it yourself. Like you're a hood bitch, But it's like I understand that you have like um you have another side to yourself that you want to portray to this audience. But it's like it's okay to you're a hood bitch. You do hood music. You're not this classy based girl. Like, okay, I'm saying that it's okay to be who you are. And I feel like the girls think that it's not okay to be hood. It's not okay to be where you came from. Like where you came from is like you don't rep that shit. Like it's like Ken Dog gives me wanna be Beverly Hills, wanna be from LA. And it's like, girl, you're a Bama, girl.
and
You are
and
a whole Bama.
and mark this so the girls can hear it. At Mark 16:12. The reason you don't like Tremel, and let's get into this. The reason that you don't like Tremel is you say Tremel does things behind closed doors. She's sneaky, she's this, she's that. But guess what? You do the same thing, boo. The same thing. Carl and Tremel represents the two versions of your personality. That's why you don't like them.
And I feel like Kendall just I don't know. I don't know what's his angle into not liking Tramel, and I don't even know what's everybody see and why this sudden hate train for Tramel. Like I was so thrown off when bitches was in their confessionals calling Tramel a lap dog. How is Tramel a lap dog? I haven't seen him do anything lap dogish. I was in the chat like this bitch ain't no Shamia.
Yeah.
She's
If
not she's not out here, you know, just going into everybody in the group and saying how, oh, you should give Carl a chance. Carl is this, Carl is that. Like, girl, you form your own opinion about my girl. That's your opinion.
and
I'm
if
not gonna
that's
change your opinion.
and if that's the case, if we talking about lap dogs, if we gonna be honest, who's the real lap dog? But it's packaged in peacemaking. If you get my drift.
I feel a lot of girls on this cast is lap dogs, in my opinion.
That's one of them. That's that nobody is getting clocked for.
And I feel like it's getting at the point where it's like, okay, so why are y'all choosing to group these two together? In my opinion, nothing of what I'm seeing, nothing of what I'm seeing on this show and what y'all have described as, oh, this is if one comes and the other one comes, it's like we gotta group them. No, baby. Because I don't feel like the girls are grouping Nick Nick and Ken together because they come everywhere together.
They ain't.
They're not grouping y'all together. They're not
or
grouping freaking Sammy and Q together.
Sammy and Ken.
Sammy
Cause
and Ken, or Noel and Ken, no Nova and Ken, or Ken and Nova. Like it. Come on. I think
I see
it's a lot of projecting right now, and it's like
I see
point
multiple
me to the scene, point me to the scene that I'm not that I'm not seeing because it's just the weird shit, and I'm trying to see where y'all coming from, but it's just like it's being lost in translation for me, and it's
I see
confusing.
I see multiple things going on here. And I'm just gonna be honest. It's the age shaming, and I'm keep bringing this up, and the fact that these girls have tried being on multiple platforms or have been on multiple platforms, so they feel like You know how, like, with every reality show, even like with Housewives of Atlanta, I'm gonna try to get have a problem with the veteran to see what they gonna do, because that gives me shine. That just shows that girls are insecure on their own, even Sammy. Because to say tonight, well, I don't know, I didn't know what to expect. I wasn't friends with nobody on this platform. I didn't know nobody but Carl. But wasn't Tramel your friend before you
No,
even got on this thing?
that's he didn't say Carl. He said Dominique.
Oh
He
yeah, yeah,
said
yeah.
Dominique. He said the only one that I know I'm friends with is Dominique. And I was like, wait, I thought you said that Tramel was your good girl.
Right. Excuse me. Um,
So I'm like, okay, so what's the tea here? What's the relationship with you and Tramel? Because it's something that says that y'all not really friends. And I peeped the fake shit. Y'all not really friends. I
can
think
I
Tramel even said it. Oh, you had your housewarming thing already, and that's another thing I'm not invited to. So it's
can I say
already
something? I
you can
peeped
say
this.
something. Yes.
I peeped this. I just didn't say nothing. I say it on live, and I don't give a damn if the girls get mad. The narrative that I get from Tremel, and taking this all the way back, I wonder if people have a problem with Tremel because of the way his last relationship. And Sammy has women in that mix with Fro and all that too. So I wonder if the remnants from the last relationship that Tremel has made people look at Tremel in a certain way too.
Probably, I don't know because I don't run in that circle. Maybe because maybe people picked a side and decided to that Tramel was expendable. Um, I don't know. It's everybody. Listen, we can go into that and just ride it till the wheels fall off, but we don't have any. I can't go off of anything.
I mean, we can
With
go
that.
into that, but the bigger picture of what I'm trying to say is if you don't fuck with me, don't pretend like you fuck with me just to be on these cameras. Keep it real.
And I think that's where some of the weird shit is being lost in translation because like y'all getting on these lives and saying that y'all friends and y'all this this is my friend, the only person I know with this and y'all hoes is not friends. It's all fake. It's y'all just y'all putting on the show. Y'all putting on the show for the cameras and for the lights, camera action. Like, girl, I can't. It's kind of like this is exactly why I'm kind of like I'm not getting too deep into it because once people say things, I'm expecting these girls to stand on what they say. But when they kind of do the opposite, it kind of I'm looking at you funny right now because there's a lot of weird shit going on. A lot of people saying things and doing another. Like it's just weird to me, in my opinion. But with the whole Ken situation, we're gonna go back in the Ken situation with Carl. I love the fact that Ken basically, like, literally, like, like, just came out with it. Like, he can relate to Carl, and we all know that. So I'm just not understanding why you keep trying to portray this ultra elegant, like, this person. I feel like this is another part of you, but you're also still this.
And
But you
let's
don't want to be this because you're hiding from it or you're running away from it. And it's like, so you're gonna judge somebody else because you think that this person should, oh, It's always a time and a place for them this person to act like this.
Let's call it what it is. And this is just me not being a viewer, but just me being a professional. What it is the fact that Cam hides behind the money and the glamour and all this and all that. And I'm better than this, and this is who I am, and you broke, and you got roommates and all this other stuff. But what you saying is I'm insecure, but if I didn't have any money, if I didn't have any elegance, I don't have any friends.
And
And I can
do you think that's why he's trying to have some kids because he feels lonely? He feels like okay, his friends, if he has friends and family, they love him, but maybe he feels unfulfilled. Um like you said in the love department, so he don't have no man or anything or husband, he don't have that. So he wants to push he's trying to push for this parent, he's trying to be a parent.
yeah, I just feel like can't good for the money, but let people see you outside of the money. Because what if the only people that attract to you only want you for the money? So when he does stuff like that, you broke this, that, and the other, but you could be broke tomorrow.
And listen, they said the brokest people be the most happiest. Just because you have money, listen, Biggie said it best. More money comes more problems, babe. No shade. Because no, I feel like and I don't know Ken from a hole in the wall. This is all me just having speculation. It's all speculation. I don't know you from a hole in the wall. But I just
Right.
feel like you go home in your big house, you're very, very much lonely. You have this listen, you have your house is fab and everything, but I feel like you go home and cry yourself to sleep because you literally have to walk in your house and nobody's there. You don't have nobody to share with you, to Netflix and chill with you. Like you don't have nobody to Netflix and chill with you. Like that's what it's giving. You know what I'm saying? He don't
Right.
have that. He don't have that companionship.
And let me make this last point. And we talked off live. The thing that I noticed about Ken, and I've noticed this throughout the season, he becomes friends with particular people, and I feel like it's strategic. Like in the beginning, becoming friends with Q after the showroom, then becoming friends with Nova after our live and after the episode 4, thing. It's like you want to be the protector, you want to be the big mama, the big papa, or whatever, standing up for people that you believe in, but you don't want to stand up for what's right. You will you will excuse some bullshit. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And that's what made me again, me as a viewer, say, "Well, I don't like this." And again, maybe if I'd have said, "This is what I see," maybe we be in a better place. But he neither here nor or I don't even believe if I had have said that it would have mattered anyway, because Ken may feel like you below my pay grade for me to even believe you, or for me to even listen to you, because that's what he gives. But he wants people to feel that he doesn't care, but he does care. Because if you notice, every time somebody says something in these comments, he says something.
Listen, at the end of the day, the most fabulous girls be the most insecure, be the most loudest, be the most um the quickest person to clap back and say the most salacious things. I want Quinn. Listen, I wish nothing but happiness on Ken. Have no issues with him. We're gonna move along. Um,
Speaking of the most fab and the happiest is Althea. One thing I want to say, I want to be very clear when I say this.
mhm.
Over the course of this season, I've gotten to know Althea and I appreciate it. Has Althea always done everything right? Absolutely not. However, what I will not stand for is the fact that she's learning just like you all are. Y'all brought her on this platform, but y'all do not have any empathy nor sympathy for what's going on.
To see them at that to see them at Ken's house and to have some of them put their input in saying how she like I'm still like, and it's like she Dominique really felt like that, and I'm still trying to wrap my mind on how she's a culture vulture. I'm still trying to figure that out.
But I think,
Did y'all wait? Hold on. Let me
go
express
ahead.
this because I'm still trying to figure out. Y'all wanted this girl on this show. This is your first heterosexual cast member, and this, if this is any indication on your first heterosexual woman, I want to see what it looked like if a heterosexual male be in the group.
Thank you.
If this is any indication of how y'all motherfuckers treat a woman, a black woman with a kid, I want to see how y'all would fare with a heterosexual man because it was just weird. I feel like the shit is weird. Y'all kept projecting and trying to say she's this, she's that. She has her plus one and this, and she don't feel comfortable. She's this. It's like I'm confused. Did she say this, or y'all just feel this way and y'all been feeling this way because y'all been not fucking with. And it's like they keep going back to that email. And
But
I
I
and
think,
I totally understand she was upset because of what transpired. She needed her time away. And it's like, but what we're not going to sit up here and do is make it seem like she's the fucking problem. That's
yeah,
what y'all that's what y'all not going to do. And it's weird. Where what slurs has she put? She said. I want to know these slurs. What slurs?
right. But I think it goes back to the first, even before the email, because they kept mentioning through this episode and previous episodes before, they kept mentioning that, okay, I'm heterosexual. Remember in the first episode, in the first scene when Althea sat
I
down with
know. I
Stanley,
know. I know. I know. I know.
and so she said, my best friend is bisexual. And so I think they had a problem from that point.
But how
Not
can you have a problem with somebody literally saying who they are? They coming to you raw, real, and upfront. What's the problem? First of all, let's keep this fucking real. First of all, that scene was set up. We already know the scene is set up. They already know that this girl is straight coming onto the motherfucking show. Let's not do that. They already
right,
casted the girl knowing damn well she was heterosexual. We're not gonna play this game. We're not
right.
gonna play that game like, oh, she said she came in like that. Girl, they already knew that she was heterosexual before she got on the fucking show. She filmed for the show. So we're gonna cut that out.
Let's call a spade a spade.
Let's call a spade a spade.
I think
Y'all don't feel comfortable with her.
I think the girls are mad because she's not your typical, and I hate to say this, she's not your typical fag hag. Yes, honey, for the
She's not.
girls,
She's not your typical. She is. She's new to this scene. She's new. She don't know. Is she cares, she has enough care in her to not offend anybody.
And that rubs the girls the wrong way. Let's call it what it is.
I feel like I don't know. Like I feel like y'all really expected her to really be. Y'all really want. I feel like something in my heart of hearts, and I'm sorry, I gotta say this. I feel like y'all wanted the discourse. Y'all wanted this discourse for the show. I feel like whatever Althea is doing, I don't know. Maybe it's being lost in translation, but this is truly how she feels. You know, she's emotional. She don't know how to navigate. She don't know if she's coming off a certain way. She wants to relate to y'all. She's sharing her business, which got her Uno reverse thrown back in her motherfucking face.
And I'm still trying
She
to
got
under
her, and she's still trying to come around, and y'all still got a problem with that. She's showing up late. She's having a plus one. What the fuck is the issue?
speaking of the plus ones, and I saw Ken make a comment about this that when Tremel said y'all bring a plus one, and
Ken
then
has a plus one. Got his boyfriend or something? Oh no, Dominique had the boyfriend.
no, that was Sammy bringing Vanek to everything, and they like, well, Sammy
No,
and Vanek,
Shamel said that Dominique has his boyfriend come around the group. That's what he said at the table.
and they was also talking about Sammy and Vanek too.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then Ken said something to the effect of Sammy and Vanek are one. Okay, but Vanek, and I love Vanek. Vanek is not a part of the group. Sammy is.
Mm-hmm.
So if we gonna play that game, then it's certain things we know certain things Vanek can go to because it's an open event. But if it's something filming wise, Vanek doesn't need to be there. But when Althea brings her homegirls or whatever, it's a problem.
And can I also say this? It takes a strong woman to basically say on camera that yo, she's really falling on hard times. Like she's struggling. She's down on her fucking luck.
Cause I'm gonna tell you something she
And the
told
fact
me.
that she's overly emotional, and the fact that y'all literally looking at that is like you not around, you don't even reach out to the group, and it's like give her some grace.
Cause I'm gonna tell you something she told me behind the scenes. I'm not gonna say it.
But don't say it on here. If she said
I'm
it
not.
behind the scenes, don't say it up on here. Tell
I'm
me in the
not.
background. Yeah, don't say it up here. Don't do that.
I'm not. Because that's because what I'm gonna tell you later is only gonna make it worse because they're gonna have a problem with that.
But it was kind of like at this is now I understand where people is coming from and how it's kind of like you're beating this fucking Bambi. You're beating this woman down,
You
and
know what it gives?
she's seeing y'all living it up, being okay. Y'all are probably financially stable. Probably, not all of y'all, but what she's seeing is like y'all are okay. She's not okay. She don't wanna burden y'all with her mopiness and the fact that she's going through hard times. She's actually being considerate of y'all. But y'all taking that as her being like throwing her fucking hands up or giving her ass to kiss, giving y'all her ass to kiss. It's the fact that Dominique said that shit in the
And
confessional. And I understand that's probably how you felt, but now you look fucking crazy.
and
You
I
look
have to
absolutely ridiculous because you could have had a conversation.
and that made me look at Dominique a different way even more
A lot of
because
people looking at Dominique like, Dominique, what the fuck is going on?
Because when he said in the confessionals, "You giving me your ass tickets," I think back to season 5 and season 6 when Rico Cassadine was macing your ass, and you was like running to Twan Dixon for therapy and all that. You were like, "Well, I'm at a lost place. I'm breaking up with people. I'm losing family members." The same thing you're doing now. So what's where is the compassion back 2 years ago, a year ago, now?
Like some people, and I'm gonna also put this out there, and it's not my story, but it's somebody else's story. Um, and roll on, I told you about this person. This person's ex boyfriend. They broke up. They broke up. Hey, Lemon Kush.
Hey,
The,
Lemon
the
Kush.
they broke up. Like my friend's ex boyfriend broke up with him because he was no longer reaching out or going to see him.
Oh yeah, I do remember this.
My friend was going through depression. My friend was going through depression and really down, like really on the verge of losing the motherfucking job. So by you breaking up, could have sent him on a tailspin where you could have literally reached out and be like, "What's going on?" Have a care. You don't like. I'm not. And I feel like nobody has the social cues or the mindset or the common sense to be like, you know what? I am getting to know her, but I want to know what the fuck is going on. You can
Right.
you can you can do all of the nice shit you want just to want to like what's that bond with her or tell her let her know
Empathize
that
and
you're here.
sympathize.
And
Right.
you could say oh you could do all the nice thing because he brung up the Chuck E. Cheese thing. And I get it.
But remember, she also said on these lives, she was like, "I was looking forward to us going to Chuck E. Cheese, and you was my brother and all this, And after the email, he was mad. But why couldn't y'all have had a conversation? Because even then, when we had them up here, he couldn't receive nothing that she was trying to say because you mad about that episode and reliving the situation. But here's the thing: you just admit that you just don't like her. And
And
Althea,
it's hurt feelings. And it's like, yeah, it probably hurt you, but it's like trying to or have a conversation with her and sit her down and be like, where did that come from? Where did that come from? Everybody is just for self and not looking at the bigger picture here. I think that's where the misconception, and that's why a lot of people is kind of looking at y'all like, are y'all cool?
can I say one or two things and you got the floor.
Go ahead.
Noel, I want to call you out too because you've been bouncing and flipping and flopping. And this episode, it's like you understand now. But where was this energy? Episode 5, 6, 7. That's problem number one. Number two, I want to be very clear and intentional with what I say. Althea, I love you clearly. I love you down. Anything that I have to give to you, I will offer to you, whether it's my therapy or my life coaching services. But please reach out to the people that really care and are trying. If you come back for a season 8, come back differently. Come back in the space where you can be intentional because these people really don't like you.
And it's definitely giving like, bitch, we really don't want you here. We just want you here for the look. That's it. Like just to say that we have we open our platform to straights too. And it's the fact that y'all not even treating this woman who has a kid, who is falling on hard times and giving her some grace. And then to have Nova of all people saying, "Bitch, get gone." What? Bitch, you get gone. No shade, Nova. We have not like no shade. We don't. Girl, it took after the season already wrapped for you to get that weak ass children book out. No shade.
And then
I gotta keep it real with you, boo. How many
eh,
cells did you acquire from this book? You know what? Let me not do that. Let me not do that because
no, but let me
let me go
go
tell the
here.
story. Let me
Let,
go
let,
back. Let me go back. Let me go back. I got this. Nova, baby, who the fuck are you to say that somebody should get going? Who the fuck are you? This is your first time on this motherfucking platform. You are a newbie just like her. Okay? Baby, if she's not bringing it, neither are you. Because no shade, gotta keep it real. Without Althea, you have no storyline.
exactly.
No shade. Let's keep it real. Without Althea, you have no storyline. So you better thank Althea for your fucking storyline because your chase is is bitch, where is it? Where is it? Bitch, is it under this bottle of Pepsi? Where is it?
You know what this gives for real?
Cause you're doing a lot of talking and not a lot of music, publishing books. Like, what the what's going on, boo? Oh, you putting all that money that was supposed to be for your books and music into your lips.
That part.
Got
You know,
it. Understood.
you
Go
know what
ahead.
this, you know what this gives, and I hate to say
Thank
this,
you, love.
but I'm gonna say it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm in a
Not that.
fraternity.
No, wait, hold on. Althea ain't going nowhere, and I rest that case. She ain't going nowhere. Go ahead, Roland. I'm sorry.
I'm in a fraternity. What this gives is a pledging process. They trying to beat. Let me not use those words. They trying to haze the person to see if they belong. But Nova is you have that one or two that's gonna float right in without no issue. But then that one that you need to prove to us whether you deserve to be in this group. That's what this gives. And I'm gonna just say it.
And no shade, that's what it's given at this point because it's given weird.
Also, I think it's very weird and fucking stupid. You put out a damn song called "Gay for Pay."
Well, first of all, why the fuck did she try to? Do she really think we're stupid?
She,
Because why would you name your song "Gay for Pay" if you didn't want everybody to think that it's about Althea? And you're saying it's not. Bullshit, bitch. Bullshit. Stop playing with us.
trying to tell you,
You
but
trying to piggyback off of what your situation is. You like it's like you keep poking, you're antagonizing her by doing this shit. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. This is your moment. This is your moment to hit back at her, do something. And honestly, okay, cool. Okay, cool.
and this is and what I'm about to say. I want to be very intentional with what I'm saying. For y'all to put out that statement, chasing reality, it's crazy to me because again, y'all knew that this was coming. Now, you said earlier that people are going into people's inbox and saying that, people should kill themselves and, all this other stuff, which is crazy. But you understand the outrage. You know that this is happening, and you're not requiring that she sit down with Twan Dixon, Nova, because Nova is starting the issue. And even I think Dominique came on.
But oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish your point. I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
think Dominique even came on our platforms and it's like, Well, y'all pushing it. Y'all going too far. I got issues going on in my real life. So if you got issues going on in your real life, what's the difference between Alfia, whether that was 6 months ago, a year ago? What does it matter? It's still the same shit. She's still a woman. She's still having issues. You have issues. You have no fucking grace. It could be you tomorrow.
And it's like just extend the grace because first of all, and even if you feel like she should walk with both if you feel like she should walk with her head held high and keep it moving because you're trucking, her situation is not like your situation. The fact that she has a kid to be strong for, and y'all not taking that shit into consideration.
And I wonder if they feel like she's using the kid as a reason for a bad behavior. Because I think some dumbass probably would say that.
They would probably say that, but it's like, first of all, until you actually have a kid, have like first of all, I babysitted. I not babysitted, child. I babysat all of my nephews. Mind you, I have three nephews. Three nephews. Well, four. Four. No, five. No. Yeah, five. Five nephews. I have babysat each and every one of them. I have literally spent a couple of days with them. That shit is hard. To a person like me who has no patience, who had like when I tell you I have no patience for kids. That's why I said like I go in and out between I want a kid or not have a kid because I'm still in my selfish era and I'm still I still have to practice patience. But like watching a kid is so humbling. But that's just for a couple of days. Let's talk about for the rest of their fucking life until they old enough to go on their motherfucking own. Even if they go on their own, you still worrying because that's your child. That's your child that you birthed out of your birth canal. That has your blood pumping through their veins.
You have to
Share
make
the air that you breathe. Until
right.
you have a kid, you can't say shit. Until you raise a kid or raise a kid from from the womb until adulthood,
And even
show them
after.
from right from wrong. Like be with them 24 fucking 7. From when they're happy to where they're sad to when they're sick, angry, all of the emotions. Anybody that says that, shut the fuck up. Cause I will never trade places with a mother. Because being a mother is something that I have to give a shout out to all the mothers that are in their kids' lives 24/7, taking them to school back, dealing with all of the ups and downs, all of the emotions, everything that comes with a child. That is something that shout out to the black mothers, shout out to all mothers at that. That's in their kids' life. That shit is hard. That's no easy walk in the park.
And this is no shade. I wonder if when Ken decides to have his babies, are y'all gonna have the same attitude or y'all gonna switch up on Ken?
I hope when Ken has his child, he understands what Althea was going through and having to not have the resources, not having to want to depend on you guys. And it's like no shade. I think that's why she didn't come around because she don't want to have y'all take pity on her. And it's already, and I feel like y'all feel like she's a nuisance to y'all group. She's a nuisance. She's like another mouth to feed. So it's already y'all looking down your nose at her. Where y'all should be uplifting her.
But again, you invited her.
And y'all wanted her on this motherfucking platform. Y'all wanted her on this platform. So do the sister right. And no shade. Y'all didn't want her from the get-go. Let's keep it real. That's what it's looking like. Y'all didn't want her from the get-go. When shit got tough and she actually had feelings and she told y'all what it was, y'all probably felt like, bitch, you ungrateful. We brought you here. We could take your ass out. Y'all really probably feel like she's ungrateful.
Well, the narrative was kind of sad when they all was up here for the first live that we did, the big live that we did.
And
Cause
the have and to if y'all felt like that, because maybe I misheard, but if y'all really felt like that, then baby, have mercy on y'all soul, because until you walk in her shoes, y'all can't say a motherfucking thing.
at all.
Y'all can't say shit to her. And it's unfortunate that the people in the chasing chat and the people who feel so strongly watching this episode is going into y'all DMs, and I don't wish that on nobody. I don't want nobody to having to go that hard for this show. But I completely understand, because it's like, this is why so many women who watches, and let me just say this, saying that she don't belong, when matter of fact, black women is the biggest contribution to the
To this show.
LGBT community. Okay? The biggest allies for the LGBT community. They make up half of y'all fan base, supporters. Black women is the top, top supporters in the chasing platform. Y'all have nothing but black women who support this platform.
If they ain't a masculine man with a big dick, they don't know nothing about it. But that's a whole nother subject.
You actually have black women. Shout out to Abby Reviews. Shout out to Really BTV, who does weekly reviews for the Chasing platform. They are cis women.
Shout out to Miss Nikki McDade that's on the chasing panel. You
That's on
know,
the Chase. No, they're not on the Chasing panel. They're not. They have their own panel, but
well,
they are they are black cis women who are heavy supporters of the Chasing platform in LGBT community itself, who would support the LGBT boys and girls of this platform. They have gone to parties, um, and party with the girls and the boys. So to say that there's no need for them here in this space, y'all are out your rabbit ass minds to even say that shit. I was disgusted by you guys and y'all confessionals and saying that shit. Where, first of all, Nova literally said that she hates real women. And nobody said nothing.
and that's still not
Nobody
addressed.
said nothing about that. Nobody saying, "Oh, you hate real women." So let's let's let let's let's go further with that. Why do you hate real women?
And then she also made the red bone comment, which lets me know you're what? Colorist.
So you hate real women and you're colorist. Wow. And you expect everybody to defend this? And the fact that y'all rally around her and y'all okay. Oh, she's so sweet. She's baby. I'm no longer. I'm no longer. Listen, whatever she does is whatever she does. But the fact that y'all still haven't brought that up or have a conversation about that, because it's always about what Althea says, but what the fuck did she say?
There
Why
you
are we
go.
not having a conversation? Why are y'all not addressing that for why are not addressing that? And let's talk about that.
But Aaron, remember they said on our lives, I forget which review it was. No, it was episode 4. They did say later on in the season she gets into it with the boys. I wonder if we're gonna be having this same rhetoric then that we're having now. It's gonna be totally different because now this affects me. This affects me. I'm only worried about it because it affects me and what she's doing to me. You understand what I'm saying?
And it'd be wrong if we pay it. No, never mind. And just say get over it. Or hey, y'all was going back and forth, so it's fair game.
And to make the excuse that they have always been making, well, Nova is not like this off camera. She's a totally different person.
I don't give a fuck what like. That's
That part.
completely shot.
That
That's
part.
completely shot because what I'm watching on the show is what the fuck I'm watching. I don't know this girl from a can of fucking paint, but what I'm seeing on this TV screen, this is her character.
That part. And
This is her
remember
character.
and remember when I asked her live on camera when I said you've been on another show, right? Yeah. I said, were you acting the same way on this other show? No. She was, for a lack of a better word, and I'm paraphrasing, Althea. So why get your ass on here? And matter of fact, let's be clear. You're not black. You said, and I think it was last episode or the episode before, one of these episodes, you said you're Puerto Rican. Do you recall that?
I do not, but she gets Puerto Rican. You know,
She said it. So not only did you say you hate women, you're a colorist, and you're not black, but you belong in this circle because you're trans. What's the difference?
and something tells me they not like these girls are not as close to this girl as they say. I feel like they're just saying this for the live. I just feel like they're saying it for the live. I feel like they swear that this girl is not this way, and we know no, y'all don't know this girl. Y'all don't know her. I don't feel that way. I don't feel like y'all are with her 24/7 when y'all are not filming. I don't think that. I don't think y'all are going to her house, hanging out with her. I just don't believe that. I don't. I truly don't. And no, no. I refuse. It's irritating. It's irritating to me that we have to judge. We have to judge and be like, oh, she's sweet, but on this thing, it's a totally different. Like, no, we not. We just gonna keep it real. Nasty individual, nasty, just nasty individual, and I feel like karma has a funny way of always circling back.
To everybody on this cast.
No shade. And I just feel like that's what it is. And I this that the scene at Ken House really opened my eyes to a lot of these girls and the picking and choosing and the gaslighting and the the weirdness of some girls because y'all are constantly projecting your own insecurities and your own selfishness and y'all just rhetoric onto this girl and it's weird. It's
Where
very fucking weird. And I don't live. And y'all constantly smiling in this girl's face. And it's like I would have, oh, girl, I would have been spitting you girls' faces. I
where
would
is
have been
Twan Dixon
spatting
in
you
all
bitches'
this?
faces. No shade, huh?
Where is Twan Dixon through all this? The therapist. Because
Listen,
where
ain't
is
much therapy in the world, in my opinion. Therapy can only do so freaking much. But honestly, I listen. You need to talk to God. Talk to God about me. How you feel about me? I'm just my, I'm high. I'm high, I'm fly. Yes, talk to God, K. Michelle. Shout out to her. But no, no, for real, you need to talk to God.
no shade?
Cause I feel like it's a lot of deep, unrooted trauma and unhealed um shit that you got going on within you that you have to filter through. No shade. You need God, you need a prayer, you need holy water, you need Buddha, uh you need the whole seven commandments, bitch. Like you need the whole like you just need everything, boo. Because
Althea?
you have definitely deep hatred in your heart. You literally said it yourself. You hate real women. You need to talk to somebody about that. No shade. And that's all I'm gonna say on that. What other scene that we need to get into?
Um, I think we covered everything. This is the fastest we've ever covered everything.
We did. Oh, you want to talk
Oh,
about that last scene with Tony, or
oh,
we gonna pay it?
oh, the thing with Tony, I think Tony is always getting paid too. Like the real shit that Tony does is really chasing, but I don't think it's given the shine that it's supposed to be given.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the scenes that she also had with her trans sisters. We always have something like that every season that's appreciated, but it contradicts everything with what's going on with Althea, so I want to pay it.
Mm-hmm. Um, what are we expecting from the sneak peek? Did you see the sneak peek?
Yeah,
What do you think about that? Are they trying to shine a light on um basically showcasing us that Althea has been throwing slurs and it's
that,
just not being put on camera?
yeah, that's what it looks like.
Mm.
Because the thing is that they always keep bringing up, she misgendered Nova, calling Nova him. But if she apologized, why are we still talking about it?
Yeah, she apologized. If she apologized, keep it moving.
But again, Nova is refusing to apologize for any of that.
Mhm. So, in my opinion, like I told Althea, why the fuck you listen? And I understand that's not her, but girl, you're gonna have to become that. No shade, she has to become that. But that's just not who she is, and I wish that's who she was. That's I wish that's what she would turn into or adapt to of being like fuck you, bitch.
I've been saying that. But you know,
Fuck
that's
you. Fuck you, bitch. You ain't gotta come to you ain't gotta come not a lick to my events. You ain't gotta see shit I'm in. Bitch, you can when you see me, put your head down, ho. When you
no
see me, put your head down, ho. And that's all there is to it. Because baby, I feel like in this instance, I feel like it's not Althea's fight, it's Nova's fight at this point. Because I feel that Nova is more upset at Althea than Althea is upset with her.
Yeah,
Let's talk about it. Nova is the one with the issue with Althea. Althea don't have an issue with her.
yeah.
Like I said, is she cop to it. She don't like real women. She doesn't. She don't like. If there's a real woman in the building, she's gonna attack her. It sends a alarm, like a red alarm signal.
Wait a minute. Not only can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Now I just thought about something. Not only is no Nova, excuse me, not only is Nova colorist and a hater of women, but you're also featurist too. Because, and the reason that I say this, I think it would be different if Althea was prettier. If Althea was prettier to her, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. So
Do you
because
think if she was the same complexion,
yeah, or somebody that Nova felt
probably
was prettier, then we wouldn't even be having this conversation. But because Althea is odd, interesting, and different, and that's not considered as pretty to her, bitch, I don't have to respect you. And that
understood?
and that's just the way I see it.
I get it.
So
No, I
I
definitely get.
hope
I definitely get it.
I hope whoever watches this live on playback, we were serious about this tonight, and I hope y'all can get something out of this live because this is it really is getting worse and worse and worse with these groups of people. It's group A, the elites that are picking and choosing certain things that they want to agree with and disagree with. And then you got group B over here that's just trying to exist. And group
Hey,
B
spicy.
is just being themselves. It's not for the camera. I feel like certain individuals are putting on for the camera, and certain individuals are being real, and then you got a few that are toted between the lines, and they go whichever way the wind blows. You picking up what I'm putting down?
Mm-hmm. Wait. Say that again.
I said you got the elites over here, the alleged elites over here that are picking and choosing what they want to agree and disagree with. But then you got group B over here that's trying to be themselves, and then you got a couple of the individuals in group A, the elites that are picking and choosing and floating in the middle of the line with what they want to do. And depending on the situation, they'll float in between whichever group benefits them the most.
Mm.
And they know who they are.
My last ending statement is going to be this: I want all the girls to stop with the gaslighting. Stop with the projection. Stop with this lame ass narrative. We're not gonna keep pushing that because y'all feel like this. Y'all feel this way. Y'all are putting your thoughts in BS onto her. And the viewers see that. And stop trying to make it seem like we're we don't have common sense. Stop trying to make it seem like we are not seeing things what like it's I'm just over the BS at this point. And I'm gonna just leave it on that. I hope everybody. It was a great episode. I would just say this: it was a great episode overall. It did have me kind of taken aback with some of the girls, even though I still love you, girls. It still had me taken aback by some of y'all comments, um, and opinions, rather wrong or right, um, or in between. Uh, I would say this: there's a much deeper conversation that needs to be had, and the fact that y'all not having it, and y'all need to get to the bottom of one of the girls' hatred. Y'all need to get to the bottom of that. I understand that y'all have the group trip, but if everyone comes back, and I do want everybody to come back for another season, I don't feel like nobody should receive a pink slip. I think this cast is one of the best casts. I think Ondario did his big one. I think everybody did a big one with casting for casting. I want everybody to come back, but I also want there to be a deeper conversation with somebody that has so much hatred to a specific group. Um and we need to push for that. If that person comes back. Um that's my thing. What about you, Roland?
I don't want her to come back unless she gets that work that she needs, because you're you're defeating the purpose of even coming on the show if your goal is to be a villain. If you're gonna be a villain, at least be a fun one, bitch. So
Mhm.
she can sit out for me.
Understood. So yeah. And if anybody feels some type of way about this live, um, you can feel
So
away. You can definitely feel away. Um, I'm definitely not gonna respond, and if I do respond, it's gonna be on my fucking time. I don't need clout from none of you bitches. Neither one of you bitches could put money in my pocket. No shade. Um, Vice versa. And at the end of the day, it's still entertainment. Y'all can say what the fuck y'all want. I don't give a fuck. And that's that on that. All
and
right,
as
we out
far
of here. Like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe to all of our channels. The channels will be in the bio, in my bio on this channel. Definitely, but I'll also put the links in the description below. Follow me. I want everybody to follow me on TikTok. That's where I'll be posting. We are me and Roland will be doing Real Housewives of Atlanta reviews, and that would be every Tuesday since Peacock the episode comes out on Peacock every Mondays. So our reviews will be Tuesday. So yeah, get ready, everybody. Get the fuck ready. Um, and yeah, and also follow me for like individual reviews of Real Housewives of Atlanta, and that will be posted on my TikTok. Okay, so definitely follow me on TikTok. All right.
you,
Yeah, we out of here, Roland. Any last
good
words?
night.
Night. Good night, everybody. Have a great night and enjoy your have a great Friday. Well, have a good night. Yeah, that part. Boop.